What's up, guys? Hope y'all are doing good on this Saturday morning. So I got another car I'm going to review to you guys. This is probably going to come very shocking on what I paid for this thing. But before I pan the camera around and show you what it is, yes, I did pay $350 for this thing. Here she is. So this is a 1969 Ford Bronco, and yes, I paid $350 for this thing. Yes, she's rough, but considering what these things go for in this type of shape, I'm not worried about blocking that tag out. That tag's been dead since 1994, so. But 350 bucks. Door's a little stuck. Originally it was a boxwood green Bronco. It's still got some of the original paint still on the door. This paint job that I kind of just bought some rattle cans and kind of sprayed it because it was kind of a mixture of flat black, original color, and other colors. So these are not the original seats. I couldn't figure out what these seats were originally, but these came out of a 1974 Thunderbird. But they look period correct. They're actually electric seats. But uncut dash. It is a 3 on the tree with the full drive. Now this does have the original drivetrain still in there, which is very surprising. It is an inline 6. It is not the 302. I was just kind of playing around with the paint job because I was kind of wanting to go with a patinaed type. I took some US Forest Service stickers and just kind of made some, just printed them out and kind of, I got to make some more, but I washed it away. But I was kind of going for like a US Forest Service type look. But let me cut the camera off for a second. I will show you the motor. Voila, we're back. So, like I said, this is an original inline 6 Bronco. I don't know exactly how many was made. I have not gotten a Marty report done on this thing yet. So I actually bought this Bronco back in, when was it? 2018. Like I said, I paid $350 for this thing. I was finishing up my 24-hour duty. I was still in the Army at the time. Finishing up my 24-hour duty, and I was on Marketplace. And I was like, scrolling through there, you know how people are with Marketplace, so I'm sure you did the same thing. And just scrolling through there, just trying to pass time. And I run across this thing. And I'm like, interesting. I mean, it just popped up. So, so I click on it, I message the guy, and the guy messaged me right back. I'm like, hey, listen, I'd love to come look at this thing in the morning. And but I was like, I'm on a 24-hour shift right now. I was like, I get off at 6:30 a.m. As soon as I get done, when can I come look at it? He's like, well, just whenever you get off work, just come out here. You know, I'm located at so-and-so. So I went and looked at it, and fell in love with it instantly. I've always loved these old Broncos, I've always been a Jeep guy, and most of y'all have seen my World War II Jeep, and know me, you know that I've had a lot of Jeeps over the years. But I seen this thing, and I was like, wow, this is really cool. Because I remember when I was a kid, my dad and I was in this little hunting club. This is back in the 90s. And there was a guy that had one of these Broncos, but it was a half cab. And if y'all know what a half cab is, it's a just a truck version. It's just got a little half cab. He had his dog box in the back though. I used to think that was the coolest thing in the world though. It's like to see that thing just go through the woods. I mean, it'd go anywhere. I mean, it's literally a Ford version of a Jeep. So, seen this thing, I went and looked at it, and I was asking the guy, because he didn't really he just made the best offer. I was like, I didn't want to shoot myself in the foot though, but I was asking him like, what do you want for it? He's like, well, I got these 9 Samurais out here, and I just need to pay taxes on them. was like, how much is your taxes? He's like, $300. Like, would you take $300 for it? He's like, and a matter of fact, he's like, I technically kind of need, you know, $350, but I was like, I was like, tell you what, I'll give you $300 cash, and I'll give you $50 if you can deliver it. Because I didn't have a truck at the time, and so he delivered it in my front yard for $350. So I got this thing for $350, and like I said, it's kind of just been on the back burner. I've never really got the chance to really work on it. And most of y'all that know me know that I have a lot of crap. I got a lot of junk. I got multiple Mustangs. I got Jeeps. I got this thing. And I also got customers' cars that I work on too. And if y'all have not noticed, I've actually upgraded. I actually have a legitimate shop now. I'm not working out of my house anymore. So praise God, I'm moving forward with my business. For my videos that anyone that watches, though, I do these videos not to brag and show what I have. It's just I'm literally giving thanks for the blessings that I receive in this life. So, but yeah, I'm moving forward slowly. I've upgraded to a bigger shop than what I've had been working in. So I'm very thankful for that, though. But what I was going to focus on today is we know the motor turns over. So the motor's free. It seems like it's got really good compression so far, but this is, so it's a 1969, so what is that, 50, can't do math this morning though, I'm still kind of waking up. So I'll just say 50 some years old. It's 52, 53, somewhere. So I don't know if this wiring is going to work or not. So what we might have to do is manipulate the wiring, but I want to at least see if I can get at least the motor will fire today. I'm gonna run to the parts store, go get a battery, get a ignition coil, new solenoid, and just some new starter wires for connecting the positive and negative, grounding and all that. So I'm gonna go grab that, and I will be right back. See y'all soon. All right, guys, we're back. It's in the parts store, coil, solenoid, new wires. So hopefully this right here will at least get the motor to bump over. And also got a new battery up there as well. So this is what we're working with. It's PV Blaster right there. I'm not trying to promote them, which they are great stuff. I'm just not sponsored by them, so. So we're gonna see if we can reuse these wires off the solenoid. Hopefully they still work. Reconnect the wires to the starter. And I'm not gonna make y'all watch all this boring stuff though, so I'm gonna get changed over and show you the next step. All right guys, I'm back. So, got the new battery in there, solenoid, got it hooked up to the starter. So, I didn't run any jumper wires or anything, so we are going to try and see if we can turn the ignition over. Like I said, this is 1969 wiring, so I don't know, but here it's still got the original key, so I'm gonna hit the key right here and I'm on my truce. Oh, I hear some clicking. Holy crap, we actually have fire through the wiring and it's not been destroyed by the rats. So that's a really good sign. So now we're gonna go ahead and get the fuel pump back on. And I noticed when I was taking the distributor cap was destroyed. So I was looking at it and it is busted all to pieces. So I'm gonna look around the shop. Luckily, inline 6 right there, and inline 6 right there. So we will see if we can rob some parts off that to get this thing fired up today. Like I said, we won't be able to drive it, but if we at least get it running, I mean, that's, thing's been parked since 1994 though, so, and I've had it for 5 years, so getting it back running would be a huge success today. So wish me luck, guys. Stay tuned. Hey, so I wanted to point out, guys, those of you that are mechanics, some reason we live in a throwaway society where everybody wants to throw away everything and is buying part. But honestly, if you want to build stuff on a budget and you need a little bit of knowledge to do something, just Google it. But for example, like, so I showed you the distributor. The distributor, I mean, it was, let me look at it. It's broke all to pieces. I mean, the good thing about this is the guts. You can still use the guts out of this. As long as you're getting fire and there's still little zaps on the points. So this one came out of another inline 6, actually. So let me explain this to you guys, because this is something that a lot of people, and I will make a video specifically for these engines because I found it the hard way. So this right here is a 170 or a 144 inline 6. This was the first generation inline 6. They were used in the Econoline vans, the Econoline trucks, and they were also used into the first Ford Falcons. There is a difference between this motor and this motor. This motor came out 65. This is the 200. There is a difference between this motor and that motor. Very, like, they look the exact same, but there is a difference. And this small thing. So I pulled the distributor out of the 170 thinking like, okay, well, it's the same size, same dimension, same everything. Well, I was wrong. So when I went to go put it down there, it's like within like 1/8 of an inch. It's not wanting to completely plunge down in there. So this little inlet connects to your oil pump drive shaft. If that thing is not hooked in there, your oil pump is not going to have circulation. It's not going to circulate oil through your motor, and then your motor's going to block up. So there's a difference in the diameters of the hole. This is the broken one. Okay, so you look at that one. See the size difference? There's a huge, I mean, it's not like huge, but it's enough to where it's not going to fit down that drive shaft. So what I did was I took the guts, because the 170 was running when it was pulled though. So I just, versus going out and spending $150 on a new distributor, I just went and sanded the points. There's your points. And I put a new condenser and new points in here right here. So this is like a $30 part versus, spending $100 or so dollars on a distributor. As long as you're getting fire, because what this is going to do is when it turns, see how it taps like this? It's making contact, and each time it hits one of these little points, that's a cylinder that it's hitting on. So that's going to send, once it hits this point, it's going to send it to say number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. So instead of buying a $6 buying a $150 part or getting a whole new distributor, just go buy and just rebuild it. Because the only thing you're going to redo is you're just going to remove this screw, that screw, and that screw, and you're just going to hook up your wire that connects to your coil pack right there to your points. So that way you're getting a hot wire. So anyway, I'm going to put the distributor back in the motor, get everything hooked back up, and see where we get some fire.